Okay. All right. First of all, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Everybody, let's go ahead and give, first of all, give our Lord and Savior a big round of applause, being back in his sanctuary. And secondly, let's go ahead and give Michael Thrash a big round of applause. I've been tasked with introducing Michael, and as everybody knows, about 2.5 years ago, I was out on one Sunday, and our guitar player happened to be leaving, and we just made the announcement. Linda, I believe, she made the announcement that we were looking for people to come into the band, and that happened to be a Sunday that Michael Thrash was here. And ever since he's joined the band and really started taking on a leadership role in the band, giving me some relief and some help. And one thing that we have to realize, you always train your replacement, right? That's what we should always be doing, training those that are going to come after us. So I saw that in him then. I said, okay, dude, one day you're going to replace me here. You know, maybe that might be next month, that might be next year, who knows? But he's ready and he's waiting in the wings. So the point is, he's been doing a phenomenal job here, and he started writing his own material and writing his own songs, and today is the first time that he's going to get to preview and premiere all of his work. So he has about 10 songs that he's written on his own, and this is the first step in getting his name out there and getting his face out there so everybody can see it. So we're in for a treat. So everybody, last thing. Also, if you feel like giving him a love offering, there's a spot on that back table there, you know, just to help him out a little bit. And without any further delay, everybody put your hands together for Michael Thrash.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming out here on your Sunday. It's a beautiful day outside, so I know that you could be out inside and enjoying the weather, which unfortunately is about 100 degrees, but that's besides the point. All right, so like Phil said, I've written 10 songs, and first off, I want to dedicate the performance to my beautiful wife, Allie, who without her, I would not even be up here getting to play because she's pushed me. Yeah, give her a round. That is the whole reason this operation works, is her right there. So, like I said, I'm going to play 10 songs in between. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I was going through and what I was feeling whenever I wrote them. So this first song is called Carry Me Through, and it's one of the earlier ones that I wrote. Yeah, it's a good reminder for me sometimes just to think about whenever I feel like I'm falling short of God and wanting to please him. So again, the song's called Carry Me Through, and hope you enjoy it.
Life has a way of being way too complicated, pulling me away from the path that you created. Sometimes this whole world can make you feel like you're being used. Thank God you came to prove that that ain't true. Like a ship that's stuck out on the sea that rages, I call out to a friend I met in between the pages. When I feel like I am falling and I disappointed you, you always carry me through. You carry me through. Struggling to find if I have a greater meaning, going through the motions most times without any feeling. I'm searching for an answer that will lead me back to you. You've proven that there's nothing in this world that you can't do. like a ship that's stuck out on a sea that rages. I call out to a friend I met in between the pages. When I feel like I am falling and I disappointed you, you always carry me through. You carry me through. You carry me through. Through every peak and valley, lost inside a world I don't belong. Through every single season, you believe in me even when I'm wrong. There is not a time in my life that you've ever left me alone. You've always guided me home. Like a ship that's stuck out on a sea that rages, I call out to a friend I met in between the pages. When I feel like I am falling and I disappointed you, you always carry me through. You carry me through. You carry me through. You know, I rehearsed the songs over and over again, and the only part that I couldn't figure out how to not make awkward was taking a sip of water in between each one. That was the part that gave me trouble. So, probably 6 months ago, Pastor Kevin McMacken wrote a book called A Faith That Walks on Water, and it's an awesome book about, I'm not going to go into the entire story of what it's about, but it's about Peter's faith to step out of the boat and onto the water whenever Jesus called him. And I was just thinking about how that applied for my own life, about not being able to literally walk on water, but what is God calling you to do, and what is it that I need to do to take that step? So this song is called Faith to Walk on Water. God, I think I'm drowning. Think I'm 1 out of 99. I think the world has sunk its claws in me and it's dragging me down. I know I don't deserve to ask for your mercy or your grace, but I'm reaching out to you. Can you call me from this place? Can what is lost be found? I cannot turn my life around. Give me faith to walk on water when the sea around me rages. Help me keep my eyes on you. Even if I start to sink in, I know that I may fail. I'll stumble and I'll falter. Give me faith to walk on water. Father, please forgive me. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I've tried and I've tried to run from you, unsure of what I'm proving. Can what is lost be found? Can I turn my life around? Give me faith to walk on water when the sea around me rages. Help me keep my eyes on you, even if I've stumbled on the waves and I've crashed into the seas. Pride and greed and anger, I've been my own worst enemy. If you can heal the lame and broken and walk across the sea, can you reach out your hand? God, I need you to save me. So give me faith to walk on water when the sea around me rages. Help me keep my eyes on you. Even if I start to sink in, I know that I may fail. I'll stumble and I'll falter. Give me faith, give me faith, give me faith to walk on water when the sea around me rages. Help me keep my eyes on you. Even if I start to sink in, I know that I may fail. I'll stumble and I'll falter. Give me faith to walk on water. To walk on water.
All right, nobody's run for the doors yet, so we're off to a good start. I think that's a good sign. This next one is called Run Through Your Mind. I don't really know what I was thinking about whenever I wrote it. It was just more of a, what was God thinking whenever he was crucified? Because there's so many instances in the Bible where he's already knowing what's going to happen. Like there's one scene from The Chosen where he's talking to the little children, and they go, do your friends know that they're coming? And he was like, well, they actually don't know that they're my friends yet, but they will soon. And so I was like, man, that's incredible seeing like how the foreshadowing works out there. So it made me think of what did God think of me when he was thinking about all those things. So this song's called Run Through Your Mind, and hope you enjoy it.
When you came down from heaven and rescued my soul, Lord, what did you know? Did you know I'd be broken? Did you know I'd be scared? Did you know I'd have doubts and I'd sin without care? When nails pierced the skin and you looked towards the sky, did thoughts of me run through your mind? When Jesus came down and he started to teach, Lord, were you thinking of me? When Jesus knew there was more fish in the sea, God, were you thinking of me? You gave back the sight and you walked on the seas. You raised up the dead and you cured our disease. When you said it is finished and you looked towards the sky, did thoughts of me run through your mind? Like the prodigal son, I've been roaming the land, trapped in my guilt, Lord, I don't understand. I called out your name and you guided me home. Now I know I was never alone. Did you know I'd be broken? Did you know I'd be scared? Did you know I'd have doubts and I'd sin without care? When nails pierced the skin and you looked towards the sky, did thoughts of me run through your mind? You gave back the sight and you walked on the seas. You raised up the dead and you cured our disease. When you said it is finished and you looked towards the sky, did thoughts of me run through your mind? Did thoughts of me run through your mind? Did thoughts of me run through your mind?
No coughing, sir. That's my dad before everybody starts freaking out. All right, so I'm sure many of you have said before, like, nobody could put the story of Jesus into a 3-minute song. Well, you're wrong because I did it, so. This one, my wife and I were just talking, and it got me thinking about, like, just the start of creation and all the different covenants that God had made with us, and then we finally had to get to the new covenant with Christ. And so yeah, I started playing around with it, and I really liked this one. So hope you enjoy. This one's called A Story of Christ.
When God looked down at his creation, where he rested up on high, he saw the world had lost its way, sin had run awry. We needed a new covenant, only one thing would suffice. He would have to send his son, the perfect sacrifice. Behold, Virgin Mary, rejoice in the good news. The Son of Man is coming soon, creation's in your womb. With God you found favor, there's no need to be afraid. And by his grace you'll have his son, Jesus is his name. Fishers of men, I'll make you all, and cast your nets aside. They followed him from town to town, in their rabbis' dust they shine. And miracles were written down as he healed them from their strife. And thousands fed and the dead were raised as he breathed in them new life. Woe to the Pharisees who planned to take his life. A kiss on the cheek for the one who freely gave his life. Crucified and buried, the blue skies turned to gray. Angels cheered and the trumpet sound when the stone was rolled away. For God so loved the world, he gave his one and only Son. Believe in him and don't perish, the battle has been won. All right, this next one's called Washed Clean, and it was written with my good friend Donnie Davis. We wrote it a little bit together, so it was good getting to collaborate and make something like this. This one's the more I hear about it, it's just asking for God to cleanse your soul. Like, he is the living water, and that's what we're baptized in. And it's just I think this song's a really good example of how Jesus heals us from whatever we're going through. So this song's called Washed Clean. I've been walking down this road, I'm so dirty and all alone. I feel the world is beating me. I'm so far from being who I need to be. And I just need to be washed clean. Let the waters rage inside my soul, cleanse the darkness that's in me. And I just need to be washed clean. I need to be washed clean. A lame man healed by the Son of Man. He packed his bags at his command. A lifetime spent crippled on the earth, the living well gave him rebirth. And I just need to be washed clean. Let the waters rage inside my soul, cleanse the darkness that's in me. And I just need to be washed clean. Need to be washed clean. The living water has washed me clean. The blood of Christ has set me free. The living water has washed me clean. The blood of Christ has set me free. The living water has washed me clean. The blood of Christ has set me free. The living water has washed me clean. The blood of Christ has set me free. And I just need to be washed clean. Let the waters rage inside my soul, cleanse the darkness that's in me. And I just need to be washed clean. I need to be washed clean. Yeah, I need to be washed clean.
I've gotten to play this next song here a couple of times already, so some of you have probably heard it already, but this is one that I can thank my beautiful wife for helping me write, because I was picking around with something, and she was like, I think these lyrics would work out perfectly for that, and I was like, well, every time I don't listen to you, I end up wrong on it, so this is probably a good time to just listen to what you're saying. So this song's called Everything.
When I feel lost, you make me found. You tread with me on holy ground, and all my soul I'll give to you, and to your love I'll be true. 'Cause you are everything, you are everything, you are everything to me. You are my home, I know it's true. With open arms, I'll run to you. Like the prodigal son, I've been redeemed by the blood of God. I've been set free. 'Cause you're in everything, you're in everything. You're in everything I do. I want your love, it soothes my soul. A calling out that you control. A gift of grace, so sweet and free. Jesus, you are my victory. 'Cause you made everything, you made everything, You made everything for me. 'Cause you are everything. You are everything. You are everything to me.
We still got like 4 or 5 to go. I was worried about that, Pastor Mike. I was like, well, So this one is called Forever Worship You, and this is actually the first song that I wrote that I got to play up at the church. And this is one of the first ones that made me realize that how much I do enjoy writing worship music, and it's a very fulfilling thing to feel like I'm giving something back to God that means something, because I do feel like this is something that He's blessed me with the ability to even be able to play guitar, and it's a really just cool feeling to be able to give something back to Him. So this one's called Forever Worship You.
I'm not even worthy to speak your name. I did not deserve for you to bear my shame, but you did willingly. You saved me. You saved me from the darkness, from a world that could have been. You reached into the fire and you washed away my sin, a debt I can't repay. Only one thing I can do. I know I can forever worship you. It's funny how the things in life I used to hold on to don't even seem to matter now that I found you. 'Cause all my doubt and all my sin are no longer holding me. I serve a God who broke the chains, who won my victory. He saved me. You saved me from the darkness, from a world that could have been. You reached into the fire and you washed away my sin, a debt I can't repay. Only one thing I can do. I know I can forever worship you. You saved me from the darkness, from a world that could have been. You reached into the fire and you washed away my sin, a debt I can't repay. Only one thing I can do. I know I can forever worship you. You saved me from the darkness, from a world that could have been. You reached into the fire and you washed away my sin, a debt I can't repay. Only one thing I can do. I know I can forever, forever worship you. I know I can forever worship you.
All right, y'all remember my good friend Donnie Davis that I was telling y'all about earlier? And all right, so if y'all don't like this next one, or actually, if you don't like the lyrics to this next one, it's all his fault. So just blame him. No, last Sunday, I really wanted to have 10 songs for this, and like I've been working on this for like the past 3 years, and so I had it is funny how this one worked out because I had the guitar piece written out, and I was like, I really want to put something here. Like I think this sounds really good. And so he sent me a message and he goes, "What do you think of these lyrics?" And I said, "I think I'm singing them next Sunday." So, this song's called "The Storm," and I love this song. Like I know maybe you're not supposed to love your own music, but this one I genuinely love, and I was like, I'm excited to play this one. So yeah, this one's called "The Storm."
In the midst of the chaos, waves crashing high, the winds are raging, fears multiplying. When out of the darkness, a voice breaks through, whispers of peace, saying I'm with you. Jesus, calm the storm within my soul. Speak your words of peace. Let your love take control. In the midst of the tempest, you're the anchor that I hold. Jesus, calm the storm and make me whole. When doubt surrounds me and I start to sink, you're there to lift me up from the brink. With arms wide open, you calm the sea. Your love surrounds me, setting my spirit free. Jesus, calm the storm within my soul. Speak your words of peace. Let your love take control. In the midst of the tempest, you're the anchor that I hold. Jesus, calm the storm and make me whole. And though the waves may rage and the thunder roar, your presence near me is my greatest goal. With you beside me, I'll never Jesus, calm the storm within my soul. Speak your words of peace. Let your love take control. In the midst of the tempest, you're the anchor that I hold. Jesus, calm the storm and make me whole.
Yeah, good job, Donnie. I figured out we're like Simon and Garfunkel, really, because, you know, I'm pretty good at putting the music to it, but he's got better lyrics, so. This one's called Prodigal Son, and it's I put a lot of the actual verse into this one, and I put a little bit of me in there as well, just because I feel like I do relate to it a little bit, as far as I did have to go out and make mistakes, and I did get to find my way back home. And yeah, so the song's called Prodigal Son. Every sin that I could find to fill this hole inside of me. All it cost me was my life. A prodigal will waste it all on lavish sin without a thought. Lord, you've got my attention now. I've seen the error of my ways. I've spread my sin like falling sand, like a prodigal in this land. Far from home I've wandered, tried my best to run from you. There's famine on this beaten path, while the narrow leads to you. I've sinned against the heavens, don't deserve to be called your son. I'd rather live as your servant than to die out on my own. A prodigal will waste it all on lavish sin without a thought. Lord, you've got my attention now. I've seen the error of my ways. I've spread my sin like falling sand, like a prodigal in this land. What was dead is alive again. What was lost has just been found. Even though I was consumed by sin, God's mercy pulled me out. A prodigal will waste it all on lavish sin without a thought. Lord, you've got my attention now. I've seen the error of my ways. I've spread my sin like falling sand, like a prodigal in this land. right, we got one more to go, guys. I wanted to finish with this one just because it's I think it is a good reminder. It's called "Where You Lead Me." I got to play it here a few weeks ago, and I got to play it with Amanda, so it's probably not going to sound as good without her having the cajon next to me. But I'm still excited to play it because I think it's just such a great reminder to go where God's asking you to go. Also, before it ends, just thank you guys again so much for coming and listening to me for the past 45 minutes. I really do appreciate it, and thank y'all again.
I've been searching for a lifetime, trying to find my way. No matter how hard I try, it seems I always go astray. I've been looking for a reason to carry on. Your word is the only thing I've read that's never led me wrong. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will go. Over mountains high, over oceans deep. In your word I've been redeemed. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead, I'll go. And I've been trying too long to hide, to cover up my sinful ways. I'm praying that you haven't been counting all the times I fell from grace. I know that I'm unworthy, and it wasn't your debt to pay. You came down to save a man like me, show the world an empty grave. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will go. Over mountains high, over oceans deep. In your word I've been redeemed. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead, I'll go. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will go. Over mountains high, over oceans deep. In your word I've been redeemed. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead, I'll go. Where you lead, I'll go.
Thank y'all again, guys. Thank y'all so much.